baby want a picture taken. I throw her on my gram and make her Insta famous.
Whoa. Welcome back to After Our Madness podcast. And this one going to be a little different. This is episode number 5. I'm Pedro, and this is...
Bert.
Okay. So this one we're going to do a little different than what we usually do.
Yeah, because I see we the only two here.
Yeah, we're going to do it a little different. You might not be prepared for this, but it's well needed. So before we get started...
Give me a shot.
Before we get started, okay, we gonna crack it open. All right. So, you know we are sponsored by Potion 9, so make sure y'all go support. This one is, I think, our favorite because this is the one we always drink.
And it's clear.
That's
why. That's why.
So when you get it, listen, you gotta mix some Sprite with it. That's what makes it the best. So we're gonna start off with a shot before we get this started because it's gonna get a little intense.
Just fill me up. Don't give me a shot. Fill me up.
All right, well, here you go. Here you go, right here.
I said fill me up. You know what?
You got to still get some Sprite in there.
I don't want no Sprite. You know I drink mine straight.
Oh, well, here, give me that cup back then.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, there we go. So, we're also sponsored by the Bully Barber Bully Brushes. I think, to be quite frankly, them is some of my favorite brushes I ever used because they have all kinds. The soft, the hard, the firm, the medium and soft. But y'all got to get in and go check him out. You got do-rags, T-shirts.
I probably need to give me a do-rag and a brush.
Yeah, you definitely need a do-rag.
Boy, fuck you.
Because the other day, y'all know she got short hair too, so the other day I should have grabbed one out the car and threw it to you for real. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We also sponsored by Lifestyle Water. This water is taking over so fast. It's the purest water you could get. Some people drink spring water. Some people drink alkaline water. Some people drink purified water. But if you drink alkaline water, this is the best alkaline water.
It's so good, cold or room temperature. It's so good.
Facts.
What's up with the spray up there though? I peeped that.
It's the spray is for like you know how when you break it down your
backwood and it get clean.
Backwoods, instead of having to pour your water on it, you could just spray it and just clean it up.
Oh yeah, he creative. He know what he was doing.
Yeah, he
knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
All right, and we also sponsored by After 5 Clothing. She keep asking me to get her some, but right now
I was just about to say
we on a little budget.
I ain't even got a shirt yet.
We on a little budget, so next time I'm gonna get her some. I'm gonna bring her some, y'all, because she got some dope clothing for the ladies.
Was she on IG, correct?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's all right, Sizzle. Go ahead.
Almost about to get crazy.
You wanted it.
All right, boom. So then we also have. Hold on, y'all. This one. You know what? This last one, I'm gonna wait to in the middle to kind of tell you guys about it because I want to get it right for her. So we're gonna just get into it. You ready?
Yeah, but get up. Okay.
Let's toast to a good episode.
All right.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I was trying to figure out who we waiting for the middle, but we're gonna wait for the middle.
I'm gonna show you.
Oh, it's all these fucking surprises.
Ooh-wee. This is about to start the episode off, y'all. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I don't know if a lot of people is aware of what's happening in my co-host's life. So recently she lost her child's father. Not just one child, she has twins. So
I'm glad this cup is full.
So this episode we're going to get a little more intimate. We want to talk in depth about what's going on in her life because this is a big thing that's going on right now. And a lot of people haven't experienced this. So we want to talk to her about how she's feeling and what's going on in her life. So we're going to get to it. So look, before we kind of, get into what's happening, tell us how y'all met.
Okay, so anybody who knows me, for those who don't, I came home in 2016.
You came home like from jail?
From prison.
Oh, okay.
I came home, and I don't know how he found me, but he found me. He hunted me down. Facebook, a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, facts.
He hunted me down on Facebook. He was consistent. He was persistent. He wasn't letting up. We became friends first.
Mm-hmm.
Years down the line, we became a couple. We got in a relationship. So, what was that? Father's Day of this year is the last time I saw him. Last time I talked to him. Because he was murdered.
So how long was you guys together?
3 years
3 years.
out of the 6.
Okay. And how old are y'all kids?
They'll actually be one tomorrow. The twins will be one tomorrow.
They badasses. But
See, yeah, they actually they definitely just like him.
see, a lot of people haven't been front row at a funeral. It's a little different. Like some people haven't lost somebody that close to them.
And it's really a different experience. We all done lost somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But it's different when there's kids involved.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that. I done went to 1,000 funerals, family, friends. I can watch them close the casket and everything. On July the 1st, I didn't watch that. When they got time to that, I had to go.
Yeah.
Had to go. Because that hit different. That hit real different.
I think it really does because I never witnessed that firsthand. You know, I've lost parents, but I never lost someone that I laid with and slept with and actually, you know, have kids by. So.
See, and 13 years ago, I lost my ex-boyfriend got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was different because we didn't have kids together.
Yeah.
My oldest was 4 months at the time. Yes, he claimed him. Yes, he took care of him before he got here and the time all the way up to his demise. And plus I was still young.
Mm-hmm.
And it was different. It's nothing compared to what I just recently experienced and still experiencing. Because not only was my kid's father active, he was hands-on, he went above and beyond. Even when we went our own ways. We broke up last year, May 17th, 2021 to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't believe that we broke up. That was because of our relationship.
Yeah.
We were still tight. You couldn't tell nobody that me and him weren't still messing around.
Right.
Because we were so tight. And it just is when your babies are used to seeing both parents every day and to none, I don't care how old the child is, they know.
They sense it.
They sense it. Yeah. And my daughter she was a daddy's girl. I wasn't allowed to touch him in front of her.
Yeah.
Gigi wasn't going. My son, you know, most boys are all mama's boys.
Facts.
Yes, he loved him. Yes, he did. He used to be on him too. But you know, if I call his name, he was gonna come to me. However, I did let him see him like that on the last day. And I think that's something I shouldn't have done.
You think it's gonna haunt you?
It's not that. First of all, if you know my babies, you know Gianna's laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Gianni is real active. He went reaching for him, and he realized he wasn't reaching back. He tried to get in there. All right, I got to take you to sit down. That hit different.
Yeah, that was a little different.
Yeah, but my baby have nightmares.
I think that probably would have broke me down.
It did. He has nightmares, and in his nightmares, he's yelling "Dada," and I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself now. I wonder if it's because I let him see him like that.
Maybe, but I think you might be thinking too hard on it. But
and I may be.
We never know. We never know because kids won't express. They more internal with their feelings right now because they're small. But when they get older, then they can express that he might really remember that. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, my baby looked at me like, why he ain't grabbing me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh shit. Yeah, you only 11 months, but you smart.
Yeah.
Cause you know when you reach out for him, he getting you. Now he ain't touching you or nothing. Yeah. He just kept looking at me too, like,
for real?
Why you ignoring me? I'm like, yeah, this ain't it.
Yeah, that's crazy. So do you feel like, I know it's a situation where it'd be like everybody got to deal with it. Like people has to know that people are gonna die.
For sure.
We're all gonna die one day.
For sure.
But do you see yourself actively moving on to another relationship?
That's crazy you said that, because my hairdresser who does my short hair, she asked me the same thing, and then she called me fucking Justice for my forehead. It was funny, but it wasn't. And I understood why she said that, because if he was still here, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to block myself from living, because if I do that, I'm not going to be living. I'm going to be stuck.
Right.
But I do know that any man I ever encounter, they're going to have to come 20 times harder.
Yeah.
20 times harder. Because like we stated on our last podcast when it was just me, you, and Dion, you know, that was one of our conversations we had.
That was the biggest, craziest thing, because we just had that conversation and it turned around into that.
Yes, and that's why I was just like, wow. And in the midst of that whole episode we did, I opened up a lot about him, and I usually don't. So then I'm like, damn, this ugly truth is now my reality.
Yeah. Because
in reality, I really lost my soulmate.
Yeah. Yeah. Because once it happened, it played over in my head a million times. I'm like, the words that you were saying, and I was like, what?
Because you and Dion, the questions y'all asked me made me realize, like, yeah, it's really him.
Yeah.
And then when I left here, me and him was on the phone talking about it, and he said the same shit that I pretty much said to y'all.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, I love you as a friend. I love you as a mother of my kids. And I love you as like you my homeboy. That's going to always be unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
And I just be like, I ain't going to get that back. Because first of all, I ain't having no more kids. That's dead. That's dead. But
you might have triplets this time.
Well, yeah, I'm cool. But that's why they always say, before you deal with somebody, be their friend first. And we were friends.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, we were really friends. So it's just, I don't know, it bothers me, of course. I mean, my son looked dead on him.
Yeah, he do.
He act like him already. He don't get his way. Yeah, right. He can't talk, but he can make some noise.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so laid back. She know what's going on. She handles things like me. I just deal.
Yeah.
But versus how he used to handle stuff, he acts out. That's our son.
Yeah.
So it's a wild thing. It's an unexpected wild thing.
So through this process, what have you learned through this process? Like your emotions, like have you learned you a little more, or you know, like through this situation, like what have you really learned? Like that'll really make you realize, like, damn, this is really the ugly truth.
Well, every day I'm still learning. How about that? I'm just saying every day, because I got days when I be like, I can't do this, but I end up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the strong one out of me and him, to be honestly. I was the strong one. When every time the smallest things happen with him, he called me.
Yeah.
When something happened with me, I call him to tell him how I just handled it.
Yeah.
He's calling me to help him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, damn, I ain't got nobody to call, and I can tell him this too. And I can hear his input or whatnot. So every day, it's a back and forth battle. Because I'm like, Dad, but I was strong with him, but can I be strong without him? And then I got the kids, I can do this. But then I got my days, but I don't. Like, it's crazy that today you picked this day to have this, because he been on my brain all day. Because our babies will be 1 tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all he talked about.
Right.
He's never seen the birth of none of his kids but the twins. He's never been around them from born till his demise but the twins. He proud of himself in that. We talked about that. He just always said, like, it's weird. It's a weird connection, because I've never experienced this till now. So I feel so close to my babies, and he don't know what he looked like or act like as a kid because he don't have a relationship with his family.
Right.
So it's just like, damn, like, I'm glad I got that with him, but I didn't get enough of that. And all he kept talking about was, yeah, I can't wait till my baby's turn 1. This is that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That's all he kept talking about. The day of his demise, we was talking about their birthday party.
That's crazy.
But he didn't even make it. And that's all he kept saying. Excuse me, I've never seen none of my babies turn 1. Never seen it for a birthday party, none of that.
That's a crazy thing because it's like he kind of spoke it into existence when he said never. Like, I feel like never is a strong word.
It is.
I kind of don't ever use it, to be honest. Like, I feel like the power of the tongue is
powerful.
Powerful.
It's powerful.
Like, because when you sit back and think about stuff like that and then you speak it into existence.
And then when it happened, you'd be like,
it'd be like, what the hell?
That's why it bothers me. I told some people, I probably haven't told, but I'm about to tell the world. On the day of his demise, when we were in the house, mind you, he got killed at 8:55 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We left out the house at 5:30 p.m. So he wasn't outside long.
Yeah.
But earlier that day, he was on the phone arguing. And I never be into his conversations. I'm never into, he the type that once he got the phone, he'll fill me in, especially if he feel like I need to know what's going on.
Right.
But he was playing with Gianni, and he got a phone call to put Gianni down. So I knew it was serious because he ain't never put the kids down for a phone call.
Right.
And he was just like, his exact words was, no, I don't deal with you. I don't deal with the people you deal with. Y'all not about to rock me to sleep while I ain't paying attention. It's not going to happen.
Damn.
And that's really exactly what happened.
Damn, that's wild.
That bothers me so much because now I kept thinking, who was that he was on the phone with?
Yeah, like who and what was
Because
that?
y'all did exactly what he said wasn't going to happen. Who you on the phone with?
Yeah.
And I just be like, I'm glad that I always took pictures. We've always had conversation. We didn't had serious conversations, funny conversations, because me and him both funny. So people used to be like, I'm trying to figure out how y'all even deal with each other.
Right.
I'm just glad that I got memories. I just hate that I have to show my baby's videos.
Yeah, that's shit. When when you get to the point where, like, how do you break this down to him?
That's the hardest part about all this, because my oldest child, father, is a piece of shit. Simple as that. Ain't no sugarcoating it. He's never done a damn thing for my child.
Right.
Him, his family, none of them. So we don't even worry about them. It's always been my family and my immediate family. Tony was a father figure to my oldest child. All my son always wanted was a father. So you have to realize that's the man who he's been looking up to.
Yeah.
Now he's like, Ma, me, my brother or sister, we ain't got no daddy.
That's wild.
And my son talks about him every day. It'd be something small, but I know what's on his brain. Because I don't bring every man around my kids.
Yeah.
But right, wrong, and different, when it came to the kids, we had single out our issue later. He came for them.
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, what I do? Because when they get older, they're young. They only going to remember so much. I got to keep refreshing their memories with pictures and videos stuff. Then I got to tell them.
That was a question I was going to ask. I know the twins they're not of age yet to kind of comprehend what's going on.
Right.
How did you break it to your son?
Okay, so I actually did not tell him.
Mm-hmm.
Don's did. Because when it happened, I literally just hung up the phone with him. Our last phone conversation was at 8:19. We was on the phone for 7 minutes. I was on my way to her house. And he wanted me to come meet him. And I told him, I said, it's getting late. I'll meet you later on, or I'll see you when you get to the house.
Right.
And that's because where he hung at, I hated it.
Yeah.
You got 20 minutes is the most for me to being over there.
Right.
And we was on our way to Prime. It was a day party. I literally went in Don's house. I went to put some lashes on and comb my damn hair. My friend called me and she was like, I answered, I'm like, what's up? She's like, how you feeling? I'm like, what? She's like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm like, all right, that was weird. But then somebody else called as I was walking to the car.
Yeah.
And they was like, you need to check on your boy. I'm like, check on who? They was like, you need to check on your boy. Because it ain't looking good. My first thought was, this nigga done called another case. I got to go worry about bonding him out.
Yeah.
But then I thought about how she just called and hung up and how they whole tune was when they said it. And it's just like I got the feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, he dead. If anybody know where my cousin live at, she live up by 275. Everybody know where he be at? It's damn near down in town on the west side. I got down there in 7 fucking minutes.
Shit.
I got from her house to Fairmount in 7 minutes.
Damn.
And seeing him laying there in the same outfit that I picked for him to put on.
Damn. That shit. It. Man, I can't even say I know how you feel. That shit would crush me.
I was just, it's heartbreaking, of course. It's more so, the more so problem is heartbreaking is my kids. I have to explain this to them when they get older. Yeah. And you know, you got insensitive ass kids as well too. Crack those little jokes. That's why your dad, I don't want my babies to go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully their generation is not going to be so cruel because what's going on right now is terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
But I can't say that I was prepared for it, but I was prepared for it. Reason being, I knew what type of person I was dealing with. Me and him had these kind of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We had the conversation the day of, and it pissed me off. Because why are we having this conversation on Father's Day?
Right.
But, you know, they always say people know when it's their time.
Yeah.
Friday, the 16th, that Friday, we had a conversation about it. And I think that's crazy because I think I ended up posting that screenshot. We was texting. I think I ended up sharing that screenshot on my IG. And I was just like, you know what that means. You need to chill out. Just stay in the house for a couple of days or whatever. Like, pay attention. And his exact words to me was, Bird, I've been shot 11 times. I know. I said, yeah, but you know, it never fails. Every time you say this, 2 days later, something happens to you or something around you and close to you. He said this 2020. He said it a couple days prior to Thanksgiving. He got shot twice. They shot the car up 28 times. He got shot twice. Him and his little brother. After we just had a conversation 2 days prior to. So then we had this conversation 2 days prior to, and 2 days later, he's dead.
Yeah, damn.
But the day of, he was really calm. Anybody knew him? He smoked weed like a chimney. He ain't smoked no weed. He was in rare form. And he hated clear people. I'm going to just say that. That's what I call him. He hated them. He spoke to every person he saw that day. And where he lived at, it's a mixed community and it's down in town.
Yeah.
He was making conversation with strangers and everything. He don't like people.
Yeah.
So I was in there looking like, what kind of weird shit is he on?
Right.
Not knowing. That probably was his way of clearing his judgment of how he felt about people, or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. And we wasn't even out the house for a whole hour. Not even, I ain't gonna say a whole hour, a whole 10 minutes before he kept calling my phone. We was on FaceTime for a whole hour. Dude, we just left.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why we left, because I said I'm taking my dad out to eat at 6 o'clock.
Mm.
And the whole time we was at the restaurant, he called a million times, FaceTime. Let me see my kids. Let me see my kids. I kept saying, they doing the same thing. Tearing up the restaurant. And it was just weird. Like, Dad, did he know? But they say you know. They say you know.
At least you feel it.
Yeah. But, and he, like I said, he always prepared. He tried to prepare me for it. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say he prepared me for it. He tried to. Because it's different telling me something that can happen to it actually happening. Because now I'm living without him.
Yeah.
Versus my teammate.
So prior to him, have you ever lost anybody this close, whether they was a a sibling or a spouse?
No.
Wow.
No.
Yes.
The last person that I actually lost that I was so close to was my grandmother. And I lost her 6 months when I came home. I got 6 months with her.
Damn, at least you got them last 6 months.
Yeah, because she was battling cancer. I found that out while I was gone. But when I was gone, we found out it was already too bad.
Yeah.
And she just kept saying, I'm going to wait till you come home. And she really waited till I got home. And I sat and I had a conversation with her, and I seen it eating her up. I'm home now. You can go ahead and leave. She left.
That's crazy.
But that's why I'm like, this is crazy, because when I lost my grandmother, yes, I was sad, I was down, but I was cool.
Yeah, because you was at peace with knowing what was going on. This was just at randomly.
On Father's Day at that.
Yeah.
On Father's Day at that. Like, damn, not any other day, but any other day. Come on now. But like I said, I'm thankful that we had the relationship we had, and we spent time that day. I do say all the time, like, damn, if I wouldn't have never took my daddy out, he wouldn't have came out the house.
And sometimes you can't beat yourself up because...
And I can't, because he was going to find a way to come outside anyway.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He had to come outside.
Because you don't know what's in store for us. Like,
and you can't stop it.
You cannot stop it. So, before we get out of here, we're going to shout out Clear Cut Cleaning, LLC. She cleans residential. She cleans small office. She cleans commercials. So, she's actually dope. And that's why I wanted to wait a little bit so we could kind of explain a little more of what she does. She's not like a person that just goes around cleaning. She actually has credentials. Like, people highly recommend this person. So right now we want to just acknowledge her and give her a shout out. So at the end of this, we're going to have all her information on there so you can contact her and get with her just in case you need some cleaning for your residential, your commercial business, or your small office. So again, that's Clear Cut Cincinnati LLC. So we're going to wrap up this episode number 5. Thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time.
Baby want a picture take. I throw her on my gram and make her Insta famous. Quick. I heard they say I'm acting different. I hear a lot of shit, but I don't entertain it. I'm about to change the mood on them. My exes want me back, but I'm cool.